Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Good Vibes Lifestyle live stream happening every Thursday at 3 o'clock. And we are streaming live to Instagram, different Facebook pages, all over the place, LinkedIn. So I'm so happy that you're here watching, and I hope you get a lot out of this live stream. This is different than the Good Vibes TV show, which is on my Good Vibes TV YouTube channel. And if you go to good-vibes.tv, you can find all of my offerings from my Amazon store to different affiliates that I'm linked to. So check it out. So this live stream is all about the Good Vibes lifestyle. Now, and did I say my name, Leslie Klein, your host? So I'm so glad that you're watching and so glad that you're here. So this is all about hashtag the Good Vibes Lifestyle, which is my attempt at trying to get us to live a lifestyle where we're living in the good vibe zone, meaning the vibrations of all facets of love, from joy, enlightenment, peace, full expression of your gifts. So that's what the Good Vibes Lifestyle is all about. And this weekly live stream is all about ways to raise your vibration so you can thrive, and different tips to do that. So I'm all about wanting to start a movement. And I hope I'm using a different microphone this time, so I'm hoping that you can hear me well. And if you want to put it in the comments, that would be great to let me know what the sound is like. So that's the Good Vibes Lifestyle. This is what it's all about. And in this live stream, I like to talk about the astrology. Now, I am not an astrologer, but I like to follow the astrology and, just apply it to my life, because everything is energy. And this is what the Good Vibes Lifestyle is all about. Everything is energy. So looking at our lives in that framework is a different way of thinking. It's a different way of living. So I like to share with you about the astrology. So let's talk about what's happening. Now, we are actually in the, good. My sound is loud and clear. Yay! I've been having so many different microphone issues. So now I think I finally solved the problem with my little lavalier mic. All right, so let's talk about what's going on with the moon. So I like to follow the moon. The moon is one of the celestial bodies that's closest to us and has a lot of impact because it does pull on the tides of the earth, the water. It also pulls on our energetic beings, because we are made of like 90% water. So as the tides are affected by the moon, so are our waters within, and on a emotional level, on our emotions. So we're in the phase of the waxing moon, meaning we're going from the new moon to the full moon. So the new moon happened, and it was a super new moon in the sign of Taurus on May 7th. So we're kind of right in the middle of that cycle between the new moon and the full moon. The full moon will be exactly a week from now on May 23rd in the sign of Sagittarius. So the sign of Sagittarius has to do with truth, with wisdom. Sagittarius is an adventurer, a wanderer, a teacher, and a philosopher. It's a fire sign. And the first full moon in May is called the flower moon. So this is when all of the flowers are blooming. Some of the astrologers have said that this full moon next week, and a week from now, is a very positive full moon. It's one of the luckiest full moons in the of the year. So it's a time of expansion and joy. It's ruled by the sign of Jupiter, which is the great benefactor. I kind of see Jupiter as a big Santa Claus, kind of, with gifts and blessings for everyone, and just large and big picture thinking. But joy, a lot of joy. So this full moon coming up will be about peace, love, and prosperity. It's a very positive full moon, so it's a time to do any kind of rituals or focusing on the big picture and things to be joyful about. And next week I'll go a little bit more into it, give you some prompts that you can journal on that I like from an astrologer called Alina. So that's what's happening with the full moon in just 1 week from now. And remember that the full moon, you feel it like 2 days before and 2 days after. So there's like a 5-day window of the actual full moon energy. So this is good to know, because you'll feel it. You'll start feeling the effects of the full moon a couple days before, a couple days after. And if there's any meditations or rituals or things that you want to do, you have like not just 1 day. Of course, it's the most intense that day, but you have that 5-day window to work with. So that's, I think, a good thing to know. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the solar flares. So there's been a lot of activity with the solar flares, and I'm just starting to learn more and more about the solar flares. And I'd love to know, have you had any of these, what would we call them? Not impacts, but symptoms of the solar flare. So some of the symptoms that people have reported from these solar flares are headaches, tinnitus, tiredness, or the opposite, with a lot of energy or excitability. Some people can't sleep. They have insomnia, or they get up in the middle of the night. So have you experienced any of these symptoms? And if so, just realize that these may be from these solar flares. So the solar flares are these energies that the sun sends out. And this is why a lot of people have been seeing the northern lights, or the aurora borealis, in places that we haven't seen before, and beautiful pinks and greens and purple colors in the sky here in North Carolina. I saw a little bit of it. We've unfortunately had cloud cover, so I couldn't see them. But one night my husband was seeing a lot of pink on there. So, pink in the sky. Let's see. So Bridget says that yes, she's felt off and up and down and emotional all week. And the last 3 days, so the 14th, 15th, and 16th of May is when the solar flares have been extra active. So you may have been feeling this today in the last couple of days. And it's not going to be over with, but it's, just realize that there's this activity. And some of the astrologers and some of the psychics and metaphysical people that I follow talk about how the solar flares, it's an opportunity. It's like light, it's helping us really ascend, helping us to evolve, to upgrade. Really, I kind of see it as upgrades to our energetic beings. Right, we're energetic beings. So one of several of the ways that you can handle this, if you've been having these symptoms, and maybe you haven't. So I'd love to hear in the comments what other kind of symptoms you've had. But here are some suggestions for handling any of these symptoms that may be coming from the solar flares. So one of the first ones is to ground yourself. And I've talked about grounding before. Grounding you can do physically by actually going outside, walking barefoot on the earth, whether it's the sand or the soil or mulch, but making that connection with the earth. We actually receive the negative ions from the earth, and this helps ground us. You can also ground yourself by hugging a tree. This is another way to connect with Mother Earth, because remember, we are children of Mother Earth. We are made from the same materials that Mother Earth is made out of. So when we are in nature, when I'm lucky enough to live in a forest on a mountain, so I've got nature all around me, and I just have to walk outside my door and boom, I'm right there in the middle of the trees. Walking in a forest is another great way to ground yourself. They call it forest bathing. They do that a lot in Japan. So grounding yourself. Another way to ground yourself is through meditation, when you're actually visualizing like yourself as, say, for instance, a tree, and your roots are going down, down, down to the core of Mother Earth, to the heart of Mother Earth. So this is a great way to ground yourself from using visualization. Another great tip to help with all of these with the solar flare impacts is to do meditation. If you're not meditating regularly on a daily basis, start doing it. It's best to do it even twice a day or as many times a day as you can. Eventually you get to a place like you feel like you're always meditating because you're always kind of connected to spirit and you're aligned. A lot of people talk about coherence. When we're in coherence or in alignment, our heart and our brain coherence. And when you're aligned like that, you just operate better. Just things in life are just better for you. So if we know there's a natural way to bring harmony to our lives, so why not do it? So meditation is a great way to do it, and you can find so many meditations online on YouTube. So just find the one that you love and just start using it, or experiment with different ones every day or every week, but get into the habit of meditating, because it will make all of the difference so that you don't feel effects from solar flares and other energies that are happening in the world, the chaos, the energies of chaos, because, you know, you watch the news, it's all over the place. But we don't have to live in that. We are captains of our own ship, and this is the truth, and it's just a matter of, you know, knowing that and then acting like you are the captain of your ship, and not being a victim, but being a victor. So another tool to use to help with these solar flares is to visualize a golden bubble of light around you. It could be golden, it could be white light, whatever works for you, but visualize that kind of protection aura, the kind of protection around your aura. And remember, our auras go out from our heart out like up to 8 feet. I mean, it could be bigger, but the average is, say, like 8 feet away from our body. That's our energy field. So visualize a golden bubble of protection all around you, 8 feet out, and just fill it with the golden white light. This will also help center yourself and protect you from those solar flares and other chaotic energy. So that's what I've got to say about the astrology and the solar flares with what's been going on lately. Let's now switch to the Oracle of the Month. And every month, you know, I like to feature a different oracle. And this month's oracle is the Animal Guides Tarot by Radleigh Valentine. So, and as you know, I'm still recovering from my broken arm, but slowly but surely. One of my favorite affirmations that I say when someone asks, how are you doing? How's your arm doing? And I say, I'm getting better and better every day in every way. And it just I've said that affirmation so many times in my life that it's like automatic, and I believe it and I know it, and I know that that also helps me. So I'm shuffling, and I'm getting more and more use of my left hand, so that's good. But let's pull a card and get an oracle message and ask Spirit, what message do you have for our audience right now, our audience that's watching right now, our audience that'll be watching in the future? So let's see what card we get. Oh, Two of Water, the lovebirds. Let me show you the sorry, with my virtual screen, all the green is pulled out of the picture. But these are the lovebirds. So it says, you're falling in love or experiencing a deepening of emotion in your current relationship. Marriages or romantic partnerships in distress can still be saved. Don't give up. So let me read from the card. Two of Water. It says, lovebird, falling in love, enduring devotion to one's mate, fidelity, the resolution of relationship troubles. Whereas the dove, which is the Ace of Water in this tarot deck, represents the first blush of love. The lovebirds on this card signal that a relationship has grown much stronger. Love is in full bloom. Hearts are joined, and commitments are made. Lovebirds can also indicate a renewed sense of closeness in a current relationship. In partnerships where things appear dire, lovebirds show up to reassure you that love still lives and efforts should be made to find forgiveness and resolution. They ask that you keep trying to heal the problems, they can also indicate the giving and receiving of gifts. Lovebirds mate for life and are never separated except to search for food or nesting materials. When not in flight, they hop around together and always sit side by side. They also have a tendency to feed one another, which symbolizes the exchange of gifts. It is thought one can't survive long without the other, demonstrating the strength of their mutual love and commitment. I love that. So that really fits with something we're going to talk about in a little bit regarding forgiveness and resolution. But also, this month where we celebrate Beltane on May 1st has to do with fertility, have to do with connecting, with our loved ones, really the male and the female connecting. So these lovebird card really fits in with this season. So I love that. And if you like this deck, you can actually get it on my Amazon store. All you have to do is go to good-vibes.tv. All of the oracle cards, books, and things that I feature on this show and also on Good Vibes TV are all found there. So check it out. So I love that. That's wonderful. So let me talk about a little bit the Superfood Garden Summit, which we're in the middle of right now. We're in day 3. There's day 3 and day 4 yet to go. And, this is something that it's 3 different talks, and they've the last couple of days been really great. There was talks, different the words aren't coming to me, different presentations on butterfly gardening, on saving seeds, on regenerating our soil. They have ones coming up on garden pest, no-dig garden, herbal remedies, healing with garden sage, and even growing your own chocolate. So here, let me give you the website for it. Now, so you can still watch today's episode, tomorrow's episode. So those are 6 1-hour presentations about different aspects of gardening. And gardening is so important because, number one, it helps us ground, right? We talked about grounding, connects us with Mother Earth, and growing our own food is just a miraculous experience. And I still have to get some pictures to show you of my garden. I can't say enough about gardening and plants. I've always been so connected to plants and just love them, whether they're herbs or flowers. It's just so important to the ecology. And when you're growing a garden, this is what you learn about in this Garden Summit, you're actually not only helping yourself, but you're helping the whole world, because as you're growing different flowers and stuff, you're providing food for the pollinators, which are the butterflies and the wasps and the bees. And I'm sure you've heard about how honeybees have been in decline, and all these pesticides and Roundup, not good for our environment. So we have to offset that, and just by growing your own garden, you're helping the world, you're helping Mother Nature. So I just love that, and I hope that again, go to this tinyurl.com and /GVTV Garden Summit, and this is how you can sign up for the Garden Summit, and you'll get at least the next 6 episodes, because like I said, it's not over yet. We're right in the middle of it, and you'll learn so much and be inspired. And this is, one of the reasons that I really want to share this information with you. So let me take that off the screen. And I want to also remind you, last week we talked with Diane Alexander, the Confidence Catalyst, and on Monday, I want to give you the website for this. On Monday, on May 20th, she has her free masterclass called 5 Expert Speaker Secrets to Transform Nerves into New Clients. And here is the website. Now, it's a really long website, so I will put it in the description of the YouTube channel, so that you can access this, sign up for it, and be there on Monday. I believe it's at 12 noon Eastern time is when she has it. So check that out. I just want to remind you. And if you want to learn more about Diane, you can watch one of the full-blown episodes. She does the healing bowls, and that's one of the episodes on Good Vibes TV. And she also, she's just a lovely lady. You could also watch last week's episode on Good Vibes TV and, then learn more about what this class is going to be. All right. So I've been talking about doing a drawing, and finally I'm ready to do the drawing. I extended it one more week, and the reason I did that was to give more people the opportunity to participate, and I even put it online and everything. But unfortunately, I didn't get as many people signing up, and I have more gifts and things to give away than I do have people signed up. So the people that signed up are going to win something. So I'm going to pull their names, and this is the order which I will give them the opportunity to pick from the different gifts. So I've got a brand new Angels and Auras Oracle deck by Radley Valentine and Dougal Fraser. This I featured a couple of months ago. Then there's the Divine Masters Oracle deck by Kyle Gray. Then there's the Mystical Shaman Pocket Oracle. Plus I've got Good Vibes swag and a book that I wrote a chapter in called Wellness for Winners. So what I'm going to do is contact each of these winners and give you the opportunity to pick which gift you would like, and then I'll mail it to you. So, dun da da, drum roll please. The first winner is Sean R. So I will be emailing you and seeing which one of these gifts you would love. All right. Next winner is Bridget R. So you will get an email, and the sooner you respond, the sooner you get the chance to, I'll give you a time limit to respond. And then, because you get to pick from one of these gifts. The next winner is Gunnar D. So Gunnar D, I will be emailing you with your choices of what you could win. And the final winner is Scotty L. So you guys, I will be emailing you and giving you the opportunity to choose which of these gifts you would like. So that is finally our drawing that I did at the Bigfoot Festival, which we had a lot of rain, which was crazy. All right, my friends, so winding it down now, I am going to share, I don't know why my button's not working right. Last week's tip to raise your vibration was to kiss someone for 6 seconds. So, did you practice this? Did you practice this? And I did have the question, does this count for not just people, but animals? And I didn't know, but because, not that I kiss my dog on the mouth, but I kiss my dog on the nose. And so I've been making an effort to kiss him for 6 seconds instead of just a peck. And I feel like it makes a difference because, when we kiss someone for 6 seconds, the study out of Switzerland, I believe it was in Switzerland or Sweden, it increases our oxytocin and also reduces our cortisol, which is the stress hormone, and oxytocin is called the love hormone. So it can't just be a peck; it has to be a kiss for 6 seconds. So I'm wondering if you guys have done that, and what do you think? Oh, Bridget says I did it, and it went a little longer. Well, good for you. That's awesome. All right. So my tip for this week is something similar to what I was talking about with these lovebirds oracle, is to practice Ho'oponopono. Now, Ho'oponopono comes from Hawaii, and it has to do with forgiveness. So the way you do it is it's just 4 phrases that you say, and I'll share with you. You can say this to either a person, but you could say it to yourself too. So as I've been healing my body, I've been talking to my body. I've been saying I love you to my body, to all of my cells. And, I did a lot of self kind of love work with Louise Hay when I read her books years ago about self-love, how important it is to love ourselves, because, you know, our self-talk sometimes it can be, for me, it's not as much as anymore, but, you know, the way we're programmed, that criticism, that critical voice, you know, puts us down, and it's negative. And our body, again, 90% water, hears that. Just like we can program our water or bless our water or our food, makes all the difference in the world. So the Ho'oponopono prayer, or statement, I guess, phrase, is, I'm sorry, please forgive, thank you, and I love you. So I've been saying this prayer to myself, to my body, to help my body heal. Heal the bones, heal the bruise on my hand from when I broke my arm about a month ago. So if you've done Ho'oponopono, let me know. Now, let's see. Bridget is saying that she does this prayer all the time. It is so healing. Thanks for the reminder. And yes, I learned about this Ho'oponopono years ago, especially when I think the Masaru Emoto work with the water came out. And you know, I did it then, but, you know, you fall into practice with things, you do them for a little while, and then you find something else, and then you forget about the other things. So I love this. Remember, and the reason it says, please forgive, not me, this is closest to the original by, I think it was a Dr. Len who created it and used it to, he was using it on, I believe it was a psych ward in Hawaii, and healed all of them by saying this prayer, not even talking to the people, but doing it energetically. So we are energy beings, and it's amazing what we can do just energetically. So, you know, it's a reminder, you know, when you say negative things to someone, instead of blessings, you know, say criticisms or whatever, that's like cursing them. And remember, too, that what we put out there comes back to us threefold or better. So it's for our benefit to say positive things, to put higher vibrations out there, because this is, you know, we reap what we sow. So my tip for this week is to practice Ho'oponopono. So I hope you'll do that, and you can do it for yourself, for your body, for other people. So talking about relationships and what the Lovebird card was talking about, relationships and forgiveness. So excellent to do this with relationships. You're having a hard time with your husband or your spouse. You're angry at them. Do the Ho'oponopono. Just say it over and over again. I'm sorry. Please forgive. Thank you. I love you. Just keep on saying that for a couple of minutes, and it'll shift the energy. And I've done this when I've had issues with my husband, and it makes all the difference. So that's my tip for this week. So I hope that helps you raise your vibration and help you live the Good Vibes lifestyle. All right, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Check out good-vibes.tv to get more information. I appreciate you so much for watching. And remember to raise your vibration so you can thrive. I have one more comment before I go. And Bridget, again, thank you so much for saying great tip. I appreciate your support. It's so awesome, you know, to get feedback. And I hope that you guys get more comfortable with sharing, you know, and putting things in the comments and stuff, because this is not meant to be a one-way street. This is meant to give you information and give me feedback. I thrive on that. So again, thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful week. And I will see you next week on the full moon. Take care, everyone.